So these are all the YouTube golf videos that were uploaded just yesterday. So we have a Garrett Clark vlog, I bought my dream car, Micah Moore's, my dream golf setup, and let's just go through the views. 44,000 views, 13 hours. Micah Moore's dream golf setup, 48,000 views, 16 hours. Garrett Clark vlogs, this one took me a second because I think it's the same image from the vlog and then the GM golf video and kind of like messed with my mind. So I thought it was the same video, but I'm upset. GM golf, I think this originally had the most frustrating round of golf ever or something like that. So it messed me up this morning. But this one, 16 hours ago, 70,000 views. Grant Horvath on his teaching channel. I gave my wife a golf lesson. Grant Horvath teaches, 64,000 views. Trump Dubai. This is the most luxurious golf course in Dubai. Giveaway from Bussajak, 29,000 in 20 hours. And then we have a Bob Does Sports video, our favorite video we've ever made, top left corner. We have the Good road trip finale that was uploaded a day ago, but it's a 2-hour long video, so I'm counting it in the same pool. So those are not all of, but just some of the videos uploaded in the last 24 hours from all of the biggest creators. It's very, very interesting. There is a lot of YouTube golfers and there is a lot of YouTube golf content coming into our space right now. And this is a great thing. This is something that is allowing the audience to have choice, allowing the audience to find different creators who fit their desired value prop better, whether that be, comedic, or whether that be stroke play good golf, or whether that be educational. Like, there's so many different branches of YouTube golf now. But what's happened on some level is, I think a lot of the creators who were around originally, who really dominated the space, are dominating less so now, and not really to a fault of their own, but just because there's so many more similar options. This one blew my mind. So if we look at this video from Rick Shields uploaded 2 days ago, can I break 80 at the hardest PGA Tour golf course, Bay Hill? That's a very Rick Shields video. It's a break 80, not break 75, but it's a break 75 video, which is something that Rick Shields has made popular. He's been doing these forever at a golf course like Bay Hill. This is a video that is a Rick Shields video through and through, and one you would almost exclusively see from Rick. But then you go back a month ago, and Grant Horvath, can I make the cut at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, Bay Hill, playing the exact same course with kind of, I don't want to say the exact same golf game, but a similar scratch-ish golf game. It's like the same thing, the same video, very similar video. Now, let's look at channels, because the title of this video is the decline of a lot of big YouTubers or view counts recently, and that ties into this whole content and the amount of content being uploaded. I think this is just super interesting. I think you guys are gonna want to nerd out with me on this. So Grant Horvath, believe it or not, the biggest channel in YouTube golf right now. He's absolutely everywhere. His videos pull some of the most views of any creator, especially any solo creator. They've actually been down this past month. Now, I think this is probably an upload thing for him, because I do think he's just on an absolute meteoric rise. So I think this one is a slight anomaly, but his video views for the last 30 days are down 17%, subscribers down 50%. But again, I think this is following up the month with all the TaylorMade stuff. And I think this is a little skewed. I think Grant, we can all agree, is on a rocket ship right now. So that one we can kind of ignore. Rick Shields down 50% subscribers, only gaining 10K in the last month. I've talked about him before. Rick gaining subscribers is like having to create new YouTube golf fans. Like, everyone who knows YouTube golf already knows Rick Shields and has probably already subscribed to him. So he faces a unique problem where it's like, if he wants to grow, he literally has to bring new people into YouTube golf. So I think his subscriber growth is always going to feel a little stagnant compared to other creators because he's already so big. But his video views, they're down 11.5% for the last 30 days. And they're only 2 million more, less than 2 million more, or just a little over 2 million more than Grant Horvath, which you might be thinking well, that 2 million, that's a lot of views. But Rick's back catalog is huge. Rick has been uploading for a decade plus now, since October 13th of 2011, and he has a back catalog of videos that are constantly pulling in views for him. So he's always going to have a bit of a bolster, but those are down 11.5%. GM Golf, this one was a little surprising. The subscribers kind of the same as Rick, 10K in the last 30 days, down 50%, literally the exact same. Video views down 34.8%. However, he didn't film for a long time last month. He obviously, I think he only filmed, he said one time in the last month. He was still uploading relatively consistently, but less so than months before. Bob Does Sports, down 1.5% in views, so basically non-existent, and then down 16.7% in subscriber growth in the last 30 days. Now, we're going to move on to a couple channels that are actually growing right now on average, which is shocking. This one shocked me the most. Good subscriber growth is up 100% from the last month, and their video view growth is up 20.7%, 9.9 1.56 million. They are by far the most viewed YouTube channel in the last month, and it's not even close. They've basically doubled up Rick Shields, they've doubled up Bob the Sports, they've doubled up all these other creators, which is crazy because I know a lot of people like to comment and stuff about their views kind of up, down. But I mean, even if we go look at and compare like their actual just like last 6 videos on their channel, like, I mean, still pulling consistently over 400, 500,000 views with a couple still peaking into the 700,000 range. They also have a massive back catalog of videos now, and so many of them, if people just discover, they can go back. They're evergreen. They can watch through. They can watch through the matches, the trips, the challenges, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I was still definitely shocked by the fact that they had this massive growth in the last 30 days. So, I mean, good for them. Then the other one, this is probably my favorite one to talk about right now. One of my favorite YouTube golf channels who have been absolutely exploding recently is Brian Bros Golf, all the way up to 331,000 subscribers. Like, it feels like just yesterday they were at like 120,000. So this is crazy. 266% subscriber growth, 21,000 over the last 30 days, and 2.8 million views for a 95% growth in views. Now, obviously, they've had massive collaborations with not only Grant Horvath, but groundbreaking collaborations with Jon Rahm. It's been a massive. Okay, Nate, so why are we talking about this? YouTube golf is very saturated right now, for sure. There are so many creators making very similar style content. Like, I feel like if I see another like 1v1 match uploaded, like unless it's like the Jon Rahm or unless it's like someone that we haven't seen yet, like that stuff is just, it's not getting my juices flowing anymore. But seeing entrances of new ideas, new concepts, Good going on their road trip, like so many of their OG fans commenting on those videos, like this feels like OG Good, like this is what we want, like channels who are, you know, breaking ground and doing things that have either, you know, been forgotten about, I guess, like in Good's case, the style of content, or Brian Bros doing something that hasn't been done before, bringing a creator like Jon Rahm on, using their connections in the world of pro golf. There is still room for growth. However, there are channels at the top that are slowly declining and slowly seeing a bit of a dip in view count. And I think that is a lot to do with all of these other channels coming out and creating similar-ish style content. I think Rick and Grant are a comparison that people love to make. And I think it's sort of worthwhile because I don't think they're intentionally, or Grant is intentionally, you know, I've said this before, but being like the Buccaneer to Rick Shields. But I think the style of content between those two is very similar. The value props, at least historically, have been very similar. And the more that happens within YouTube golf, the more you're going to struggle to pull the same amount of views when you have other channels doing the same things and pulling similar amounts of views. So it's just going to be very interesting to watch how this evolves. I get asked by, you know, aspiring creators all the time, like, can you still come in? And I think the reason why I wanted to show the good growth, which was very cool to see, but then also the Brian Bros growth specifically, is because, I mean, Brian Bros have done all this in the last 12 months. Like, there absolutely still is the ability to grow and post golf content and explode and become huge, but the need for originality is greater than it's ever been. Like, you can't, even now, like collaborations I feel like are getting stale. Like, just, you know, cross channel across big creators collaborating. Like, there's been so much of that recently. Like, I'm craving, again, the Jon Rahm stuff, I keep going back to it, but that was like the freshest thing that I've seen on YouTube golf in a long time, and something that just, and like the fact they had him for 18 holes across multiple videos, like they were doing stroke play stuff, like it was so refreshing. Someone who's really never been on YouTube golf, minus like one hole of, you know, a Callaway promo video, to see him in this light, like that brought something new, that brought something exciting. That collaboration was great. But, you know, even the six, even, you know, the good, or not good, Good's on their own six, but the other good six now that everyone's calling them, with Grant and Micah and Busty Jack and Brian Bros, those collaborations are electric. Like, that's, you know, a different fresh take on a collaboration, having this group that's coming together and competing, and they have established banter because they've been together for a while now. And like, obviously Good has proven over the years that group style content is attractive for an audience, and so these guys are doing it in a slightly different way, which is super exciting, and that content's been great. So although you may look at, and this is the entire point of this video, is like kind of defending almost all of these YouTube golfers, is like, although you might look at some of the top channels and be like, oh, their views feel like they're down, or da-da-da-da-da. Like, I've seen those comments from Good for a awfully long time. I've seen those comments from Rick Shields. Like, these OG big players, like, there will go through phases as the space grows where their like average video views go up and down, up and down, up and down. But what matters is the continuation of innovation. And these big players, the Rick Shields, the Good Goods of the world, like, they are where they are for a reason. They've been creating content successfully for this long for a reason. I think Good Goods' resurgence this last 30 days is such a great example. Like, if they were having content that maybe wasn't resonating as much, that they figured it out. They did this road trip idea and it's absolutely taken off, and it's skyrocketed their views back up, and they're completely demolishing all other YouTube channels again, like literally doubled up every other channel, which is crazy to see. And so, and that's on a channel where so many people on the Reddits and all that have been talking about them maybe getting a few less views here and there. And I've seen the same thing with Rick Shields, and I can almost guarantee you that he's going to come up with some sort of idea, some sort of challenge, some sort of series, whatever it is, where all of a sudden, even just the fact that, he's made that mindset shift and he's more positive in his golf videos. Like, the last Bay Hill video had so many positive comments. I personally enjoyed the heck out of it. Like, he's going to have something that ticks him back up and it's going to go. And at the end of the day, like, competition, it just forces all of these channels and entities to evolve, which is making the content better. So although there are so many people competing for the same amount of eyeballs, not the same amount of eyeballs, a growing amount of eyeballs, but the same eyeballs, right? YouTube golf fans, I think overall, every creator appreciates it. Every creator who has gotten to the scale that these guys have, understand that the growth of the sport is what's most important. And the more eyeballs, the more creators, the more unique people are going to be coming in, the better. And although you might have to compete for views, and you might have a day where you want to upload your really awesome video, but 12 other creators are uploading 45-minute videos on the same day, you just got to make your content better. And at the end of the day, that's going to make the viewing experience better for you guys, and that is all that matters. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. I've been seeing so many comments, like I said, about certain channels and certain creators and views and up and down and all this kind of stuff. And so I wanted to just kind of address it from a creator's perspective, but also to hear what you guys have to think. So drop it in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.